Here's a thought-provoking subject for you to consider. What do you think will happen to Tesla stock soon? I think there's a decent chance it will be a huge success, but who knows? Let's hear from folks who make a living off of stock analysis, those who are passionate about it. And few are as qualified as American investor and mutual fund manager Ron Barron in this regard. He is the creator of the investment management company Barron Capital. The Barron funds are managed by the New York City-based firm that he also founded. It is managing assets valued at over $45 billion. I'll explain to you in this video why Barron believes the stock will quickly double. I'll tell you what, the justifications are absurd. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons before we proceed. Even with the market's recent volatility, Ron Barron is still optimistic about Tesla. Currently, analysts are predicting wildly different future market capitalizations for the most valuable electric vehicle manufacturer in the world. Legendary investor Ron Barron has owned Tesla stock since 2014, even before the company's stock started to soar. According to Barron, the first thing we're going to make 3, 4, or 5 times our money on Tesla from here in an earlier interview. Following his unexpected purchase of a share in Twitter by the company's billionaire creator Elon Musk, Tesla Inc., stock prices surged to all-time highs. Subsequently, Musk minimized the importance of his acquisition of Twitter, and the value of the company's stock did likewise. Surprisingly, Barron's firm has already profited $6 billion from its initial Tesla investment. Ronald Stephen Barron, aka Ron Barron, is a well-known American mutual fund manager and investor. He founded the growth-oriented asset management company Barron Capital. Ron founded Capital Contribution Solutions in 1982, and he has 52 years of experience studying buy and hold investors. One of Barron's funds, the flagship investment fund, is valued at $10 billion. Barron Growth only experiences an annual turnover rate of 3%. As per a previous episode of CNBC's Squawk Box, Ron Barron's current net worth is estimated to be $4.2 billion. CEO of Barron Capital, Ron Barron, said in an interview that I think we're going to make 3, 4, 5 times our money on Tesla from here. Barron went on to say that he put $380 million into Tesla between 2014 and 2016, and that he plans to stay with the business for a minimum of another 8 years. His profit is over $6 billion at a share price of about $40. To diversify the portfolio, Barron has sold shares in the 2 mutual funds that own it for about $1 billion. Currently, 2.8% of the fund assets under management are Tesla-related. The rich investor, he continued, estimated that the electric vehicle industry might bring in $1 trillion in revenue by 2030, given Tesla's expected total revenue of $934 billion in its 2022 Q2 financial report, as stated in an interview with CNBC in 2018. This might not be too far from the truth. In the fiscal year 2022, Tesla brought in $934 billion in revenue during the second quarter. It is evident that there are many possible factors influencing the stock of EV companies, making it difficult to forecast whether or not Tesla will generate $1 trillion in revenue by the end of the decade. I would estimate that there's a 50/50 chance that the automotive and battery industries might be valued at $500 billion apiece. The wealthy buy and hold investor made a highly probable prediction that Tesla would reach a valuation of $600 billion within 3 years. Additionally, he stated that, although Tesla's price has suffered recently, billionaire investor Ron Barron remains optimistic about the company and sees great opportunities despite market volatility. Asking about the most recent roughly 21-point decline in the S&P 500 index, seasoned trader Barron, who has experienced numerous bear markets, said, "I see enormous opportunities today." According to Barron, growth equities are suffering greatly from higher interest rates, and stocks are extremely inexpensive when seen in their absolute terms. Barron has stuck to his buy-hold strategy despite the erratic markets, stating that his funds, which have extremely little turnover, have only sold when necessary to rebalance the portfolio or when the fundamentals changed. This implies that the businesses his company invests in ought to keep expanding and doing well, and that the markets will eventually level off. Barron attributes his hopeful prognosis to the firm's substantial investment in Musk's electric vehicle producer. Barron anticipates a recovery by the end of 2024, with equities projected to revert to their November 2021 level and double every 5 to 10 years. The billionaire money manager is confident that his company's Tesla investments will continue to yield returns even after a 50% decline in Tesla shares in 2022 stating, "If I could purchase more, I would buy more for the long-term bulls in Tesla, have emphasized the company's quick growth in output and sales, and have expressed optimism that it will keep raising its profit margins." A few months prior, Tesla declared that 343,000 units would be delivered for the quarter that ends on September 30th, 2022. This is a rise from the little over 250,000 units delivered during the same period in 2021. Over $21 billion in earnings was made, a more than 50% increase over the same time last year. The 19 funds managed by Barron have assets under management of about $40 billion. In an interview with Forbes before his investing conference in early November, Barron predicted that Tesla would top all other companies in terms of size and profitability in 10 years. He did concede that both Tesla and his funds had had a difficult year, but he also described it as relative, stating, "We're still ahead of the game because of our low turnover and great management." Barron stated, "We should be at $4.5 trillion in 8 to 10 years. Musk has already stated that Tesla has the ability to surpass Apple and Saudi Aramco combined. If this growth trajectory continues, the billionaire fund manager concurs, valuing the company at over $4 trillion. Barron's high pricing projections are supported by the fact that at its present rate of growth, Tesla will sell just over 1 million cars by 2022. This objective is only achievable if the corporation grows its business significantly over the next 10 years, selling about 20 million cars annually. Musk will have amassed a very respectable fortune if he can sell 20 million cars a year at $50,000 each by 2030. With $1 trillion in sales, a 30% operating profit margin, and a 15x multiple on that profit margin of $300 billion, you get $4.5 trillion. Specifically, Barron emphasized that the other areas the firm is working on are not included in the bull case, expressed solely by the revenue contribution of Tesla vehicles, giving him some margin of safety on his investment. Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, was also emphasized. But that doesn't include robots. And that doesn't take into account self-driving cars. That doesn't even account for battery-related developments either, he said. He says Musk thinks robots will become more important than cars in the near future. Consequently, there are so many improvements at Tesla that it's challenging to stay up. As of late, Tesla Inc. has surpassed all other organizations in terms of valuation, fulfilling Ron Barron's 2016 prediction that it would rank among the most valuable companies globally. Barron highlighted Tesla and other well-known companies as possible leaders in the upcoming technological revolution. The trick for investors then is to identify stocks that are going to be profitable when the bear market ends, even if they are currently cheap, as indicated by Barron's forecast, which emphasizes long-term investments over day trading and incorporates a lot of investor advice regarding the financial advantages of watching compound interest accrue. We've made 4 times our money in Tesla so far, but I told you a long time ago that I thought we'd make 20 times our money, Barron said. For the next 5 years, I now predict that we will produce twice or 3 times as much. If our calculations are correct, Tesla still has 10 times more to go before I even have to consider this. So, what are your thoughts? We follow his lead and fully support Tesla. We can think of other videos to help you if you're still unsure. Continue watching and subscribing to find out more. Please hit the like button and I'll see you in the future video. Thank you again.